Hello everybody, I'm here with Matt and I'm Devon, and this is our documentary for social studies. As you can see, this is an average plantation house in the South. They were very big, depending on how wealthy the farmer was. And there's the road. Now let's follow the road down to the farm. As you can see, many slaves were kept up and they had to work at night. Pretty bad conditions. And many were kept working even if they were sick or wounded. And there's a railroad.
Yeah, they used the railroad to ship their goods off. And see, the slaves, they didn't have good conditions. They didn't get to go sleep in a warm bed at night after they're done working. They got put in these pens. The conditions were horrible. The owners did not care at all.
Some of them were jammed in the tight spaces with all the other slaves, so they didn't have much room to move around, and the slaves cared for themselves. As you can see, they even had children slaves. And see, as you can see, these slaves can escape. Some of them did escape.
And that's what the myth got started of the Underground Railroad.
Yes.
It wasn't actually an Underground Railroad, though.
So, as we can see, the slaves, there's another slave working late at night, and, yep, there he is. So now let's go to the Underground Railroad. Traveling. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. See, the Underground Railroad wasn't really a railroad underground. That's an idea based on that slaves traveled through an actual railroad, but that was only started because they had railroads back then. As you can see, the Underground Railroad was false.
Yes.
So actually, what really happened was they traveled from friendly house to house. And they knew it was a friendly house when
Their lantern was hung on a post. But, yeah, that is a post.
Posts are kind of hard to make.
Yes,
so.
posts are very, hard to make.
So,
yeah, they traveled from house to house, looking for a safe place to rest till they got to their freedom.
yep. And some slaves did reach the finish line, and they made it, and they were happy.
Up next is our factories. Factories are very crowded for their families and everyone. Even some families they all had to work there. And sometimes if families got sick, the whole family get fired, and a new family would be hired because there were a lot of families were willing to work. And they're originally powered by water power, but then new steam power came in, and they built new factories for the steam power because it was way quicker than the water power. Thank you for watching me and Devon's movie. We hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, thank you.